Hello, and I want to welcome you to KentHealth.com. We've got Matt visiting today. I want to say thank you for stopping by. He's heading through town. He's going to be teaching a few seminars in the Orlando area, and I asked him to stop by and visit the clinic, so thank you.
Thank you. I've actually learned some this weekend, so that's good.
Well, good. You know, Matt's taking class. We have a lot in common. We're both practitioners that are in the treatment room. We try to see each patient that comes in the very first time ourselves and lay out a treatment plan for our clients. And that's one of the things that we wanted to talk today was like how do you keep your clients coming back, especially that first time they've come in and it's been an emergency possibly for them, and you want to help them sign up again or at least fall into a set of treatments. And the best way that both of us use is starting with a postural analysis, of course, after a good intake. So
sure. I think people really have been exposed to massage before, but they really need to know now what is therapy. And they've got to be able to see it and feel it and touch it. Boy, that session was different. Wasn't hurry, get out of my clothes. We spent 15 minutes looking at the chart. These are the muscles that he thought we would find. He told me that I would feel this at this time. It was very predictable. And for folks to be able to see these are primary muscle movers, to see that I'm doing therapy. These are muscles that I don't want to touch every muscle. I don't want to relax every muscle.
Correct. And also one of the other things we were talking, you do it a little differently than I am. All across the charts during a treatment, drawing on posture charts, drawing on the trigger point charts. You like to hold that until the second treatment layout. You like them to come like for 3 treatments.
It was real funny while we were talking because I said, well, is it my client's need or is it my need? But it could be my need that I like to give an overview. This is what you can expect on the first visit. And this really is what we're looking at changing. These are our goals. And then as somebody's more comfortable with you to come in and really look at those specifics. I tend to on the second meeting say these are superficial muscles and see how they layer together then. And that's when I start to use your charts. And really nothing else was doing that, and I really liked them when I first saw them. I zeroed in and said, this is how I'm going to use that too.
And you were telling me your chiropractor likes them too.
Yeah, in particular, I'll talk about anterior cervicals or hyoid, and I'll see her kind of looking in her head, and then she'll look over behind me at that chart. She loves the scalenes one best, I think.
Well, that's good. Yeah. That's good. So taking the client through the whole educational process of there's a reason for your pain, there's a reason why it hurts where it hurts, there's a reason why we're going to treat different areas, lay out a stretching routine, and both of us utilize air and stretches. And so that's also another thing that we both do is to make sure that we're giving the client the educational tools to take care of themselves when they're at home. So,
and when they're thinking about that muscle instead of their stress or their mother-in-law, when they're thinking about that muscle, we get better results too. One of the things I didn't notice in your clinic, it was kind of fun to walk around. I didn't see the music, and the dim lights, because the emphasis is on the muscles that we're working and the change that we want.
Right. Now, actually, I'll be, just so you know, all the treatment rooms have windows, so we're fortunate. So I typically turn the lights off, and it's natural lighting in the treatment room whenever possible. Right. And we do pump music in. We just didn't have it on today while you're through. So, but it's typically the same music throughout the whole office right now.
Yeah, wonderful. And I think if we get them, I want to mention, if I can, because I may steal this idea, is when they walk in from the lobby seeing the postural analysis.
Right.
This is what we are about.
Right. You saw that we have all the posture charts and the trigger point chart actually out in our reception area. The way that started initially is some of the local massage schools bring their students through on a regular basis, their advanced classes or toward the end of their school year, just to see a clinic, see how it functions. And so we clear that area. We can get quite a few students in there at one time, and we take them through the educational process of what it would be like in a treatment room. Even though our treatment rooms are pretty large, as you saw, I couldn't get that many students in it at one time. What I found, though, is it was very shortly after that a client came walking into the reception area one day with somebody else. I look at the appointment book thinking, they don't have an appointment. I don't have therapists. What am I going to do? And she's like, oh, no, I'm just here showing my friend this trigger point that I think they have. So now we leave that. We actually leave the flip charts out in the trigger point flip chart. We leave in the reception area. We have the trigger points on the wall, and then we actually have the posture chart and plumb bobs out there, so they can actually take a postural analysis of their friends, even if we're at lunch during the time. So
Here's an idea for you. You're a creative mind. You can develop new tools, but we actually put old postural analysis pictures in our newsletter.
great.
And so clients can really and they begin to see. I don't know how much. Well, they begin to really see if a shoulder is high or low.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that they're going to necessarily look at where the pelvis is,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that they see anterior rotation.
Mm-hmm.
But they really see where that shoulder's high or low, and they understand the writing mechanism, what's going on there with the person, and they like seeing the before and after pictures in the newsletter.
Well, that's great. And also, Matt has a phenomenal website. There's a link here that you can link back to his site. So after this podcast, you could click over there. But I congratulated him on his site. It's a beautiful site. He's got a nice office, 6 treatment rooms up there. I'm looking forward to coming up and visiting your place when I'm passing through your area.
Sounds good.
So we want to thank you again. Hopefully some of the people are taking your classes. You're in Orlando teaching at...
We're at the Orlando Hair Show tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
We do the Orlando FSMTA meeting. Looking forward to, and then the big convention in
Boca.
the end of June. In
Boca. I'm looking forward to seeing you there. So thank you for stopping by, and stop back in and visit us in the future.
My pleasure.
Thank you.